What's up everyone and welcome. In this episode we're going to talk about Apple's latest patches.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
Apple lovers who haven't yet updated to iOS 15, you may want to pop into settings to freshen up your iPhone now. Apple has released several critical security updates that might light a fire under your britches. On Monday and Tuesday, Apple released iOS 14.8.1, iPadOS 14.8.1, watchOS 8.1, and tvOS 15.1, patching 24 CVEs in total. Apple's security page has all the details about the CVEs, which include multiple issues in iOS components that, if exploited, could lead to arbitrary code execution, sometimes with kernel privileges that would let an attacker get to the heart of the operating system. In one case, a memory corruption issue in IOMobileFrameBuffer for Apple TV, Apple said that it's aware of a report that this issue may have been actively exploited. A may that researchers actually confirmed. This one is particularly worrisome, given that researchers already found that the flaw is exploitable from the browser, making it perfect for one-click and watering hole mobile attacks, mobile security firm ZecOps said earlier this month. In a watering hole attack, a threat actor plants malware on websites that could attract the target, in hopes that somebody will eventually drop in and get infected.
Mr. Leghorn?
Yeah?
Package for ya.
Wonder who it's from. Well, what do you know? My favorite fruit with holding grips yet. Fortunately, I always keep a spare in my locker.
Understandably, Apple keeps a lid on details that might help more attackers do damage. What we do know is that this bug could allow an application to execute arbitrary code with kernel privileges. Malwarebytes Labs has a nice rundown on other security-related bugs that stand out in the 24 CVEs Apple addressed this week. Earlier this year, Apple announced that it was giving users a choice. They could update to iOS 15 as soon as it was released, or they could stay on iOS 14 but still get important security updates until they're ready to upgrade. Why the choice? Some suggested it might have to do with an urban legend that Apple's slowing down older phones on purpose in order to prod people into upgrading. Maybe that's just an oft-circulated conspiracy theory, but it's rooted in legal comeuppance. At least with regards to battery life. Apple admitted to slowing down phones in 2017 as a way to prevent old batteries from randomly shutting devices off. In November of last year, the company was fined $113 million to settle an investigation into what was known as iPhone Batterygate. What I can tell you is since I've upgraded to iOS 15, my battery burns much faster than it used to. So, what can we learn? Key here is the need to be on top of updates that come out and ensure that you, your family members, and your employees install updates to hardware and software ASAP. These patches include ones that allowed arbitrary code execution when processing specially crafted images and PDFs. CVE 2021-30883, according to Apple's own report, covers a situation where malicious applications can execute arbitrary code with kernel privileges and they know it is being actively exploited. CVE 2021-30888 fixed an issue where a malicious website using content security policy can leak information via redirect behavior. And with the amount that people have transitioned to phone-first usage, waiting to install these updates increases the dangers drastically. Now, we know attackers are focusing more and more attention on mobile devices. There's no coincidence here. Attackers are predators. A predator doesn't sit in some obscure place in the jungle and wait for prey to happen to walk by. They go where the food is at, where the prey is eating, or where they drink. Hence, a watering hole attack. Okay, now, we're not eating and drinking our phones, I know that, but we are using them more frequently, meaning that is where we congregate. So, attackers naturally gravitate to trying to attack us through those devices. With smaller screens comes the need for more focus. We get text messages, push notifications, all with less content and context. So our minds fill in the blanks and make split-second decisions based on less information. This is how the attackers trick us. So the main learning from this article, for me at least, is that education of how to use these powerful pocket computers is key to mitigating these types of attacks. Policies and processes for dealing with messaging apps, private versus business usage of the device, opening documents on your phone versus waiting until you get to your PC. These are all topics that should have a clear policy and process, otherwise you're open to attack and infection. And lastly, the continued waterfall of critical vulnerabilities found in Apple show me that the apple has fallen far from the tree, at least in the eyes of being the best. They used to have the persona of flawless design and engineering. Reports of hacks or vulnerabilities were few and far between. Now it's as if every other week a new critical flaw, or 24, is found and fixed. They are now just like the rest. They sell the sex. But when it's over, it wasn't very good. So with that, I say thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and smash the bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.
Don't forget to ride. Farewell.